Hello, Stampin' Friends. My name is Carolyn Service, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in the United States. Tonight, tonight, whatever it is where you're watching, I wanted to come and show you a card that I made using the Country Birdhouse stamp set and coordinating dies. Now, I will just tell you a little confession here. Originally, I just bought the stamp set. I was like, oh, well, that birdhouse is big. It'll be easy enough to cut out with scissors. I won't need the die cuts. And then I started to make cards with this set, and I realized what a mistake I had made, because there are so many little elements other than the birdhouse that having the die cuts was a huge advantage. As well as when you buy them together, which I didn't do, I'm confessing, you also get a 10% discount. So I highly recommend, if you decide you want to add this to your crafting stash, that you purchase both. You will not be sorry that you did. So today I'm going to make this cute little card. And you can see I've done two different color combinations. So here I've used the light Flirty Flamingo, and on this one I used, I want to say real red. I'm not positive because I didn't bring that in with me, because I'm actually going to remake this card for you tonight. So to start, I have a base. So I'm going to put this up here. I have a base that's 11 by 4 1/4. And it's scored at 5.5, and it's Pool Party. Then I also have a piece of Melon Mambo that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of basic white that's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Then you're also going to want a piece of white for the inside that'll measure 5 1/4 by 4, and you're also going to want a small strip of paper to put your sentiment on. So whatever sentiment that you decide you want to use, a strip that will fit that sentiment. Okay, so to start, I'm going to put these aside. I'm just going to use my white and a small blending brush and my Pool Party ink pad. And I just want to do a little bit, put this over here, do a little bit of shading on the back. Let me get a piece of scrap paper out here. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to add some color. And I love using blending brushes. I just think that they add a lot to, can add a lot to a card. I think that might be good enough. No, maybe a little bit more. So I'm just kind of going off on this so I don't get too much ink. There we go. I think that's going to do better. Okay. All right. And then put that aside. And then I've done some stamping ahead of time so that you didn't have to bear with me to watch all of that done. But I'm using 2 of the birds, 2 of the tiny flowers, 2 of the medium flowers, and 2 of the flower bunch. Flower bunch, I guess that's a good word. And then I'm going to bring in some blends. So for the birds, I've used, actually, I'm going to set that aside. I've used the, let's see, no, that's wrong. I've used the light Pool Party, the light gray granite. Okay, that's it. And just realized I didn't color the beak on that one. We'll do that with the gray granite. Oh, and the feet. Totally missed that. I guess you can see that. I don't know. Do you want me to zoom in a little bit more while I'm coloring? Yeah, maybe. All right. Bear with me here. Okay. Alrighty, that's good. All right, so the beak, gray granite, light, and the feet, gray granite, light. Okay, and then the pool party, light as well. And what I've done is I've just gone around the edges. It kind of brings me back to my time when I was a kid. And I was taught when you're coloring, you always outline first. So I guess I kind of like still doing that, even though I'm far from being a child any longer. We won't go there though. Okay. Now normally you would use both the light and the dark when you're coloring with blends, but because I'm going to use the light gray granite, I'm also just using the light pool party. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of color here, very lightly. I'm just using a very light stroke. I don't want it to be super dark. I just want it to add some shading. I think I like that. We'll make his feet a little bit darker, actually on this one as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go back over so that I blend those colors. I'm going to go back over with my brush tip and just kind of give that all going over. Just to, like I say, just to blend that gray granite in. Actually, I think I want to add a little bit more right here. Okay. I'm happy with that. And then on the two small flowers, I mean, there was really nothing to those. I just used the light flirty flamingo. And, or did I use the dark? Actually, I think I used the dark flirty flamingo. Let me just try that on a piece of scrap paper. Actually, I can do it right on there just to make sure. Yeah, so I used the dark flirty flamingo on the little tiny flowers. And then on the medium-sized flower, I started with light. Again, went around my outline. Now, even though I'm going to outline this as well in the dark, I like to color in the whole image first and then go back. You know, coloring with blends is pretty much what you prefer. What I like to do is outline like that and then go back with the light and just blend it all. There we go. And then I used the light lemon lime twist for the leaves. And the stem. And I did not add dark to that, just like the lighter color. Okay, and then moving over to this one, I did kind of the same thing. I used the lemon lime twist for the leaf and stems, leaves I should say, leaves and stems, and then this little sprig. I'm not really sure exactly what that little sprig is, but there we go. Okay, then Now you might have heard that little click. Let me just say something in case you're new to blends. These are alcohol markers, so if you don't cap them tightly, you don't replace the cap on tightly, they will dry out. So make sure when you're using these that you listen for that, okay? And then you will know that they're safe from drying out. So again, I've got my light flirty flamingo. Doing my outline first. My kindergarten teacher would be so proud of me. Boy, that was a long time ago. Whew. Longer than I want to think about. Okay, colored that in. Then I want to place a little spot there. And also, just so you know, when you are coloring with the blends, it's good to, you don't have to use the light and the dark, you know. The coloring is however you choose to do it. But usually, I will use both. And so I like to color in, as you've seen me do, I like to color in the whole stamp first with the lighter shade, then go back and add dark highlights to it, and then take the light once more and just go over the whole thing so that it blends. Now, another thing to remember when you're using blends is that if you, like say for instance, use the light color and then you let it dry completely and then you go back and use the light again, it will produce a darker shade. So just know that. So you could actually do several different shades with just the light. Okay, so I've got all of that done. And now I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss. Now this is always hard for me to get in to my camera. But let's see if we can do it. How about, we'll try right there. Okay, so open this up. I'm going to take my plate number 1, plate number 2, add my pieces. Let's see how many I can get on there. Okay, now my, I'm going to go this way. I think I can get this all on there. We'll see. Okay, so I've got a bird and I have a second bird. Look at all these die cuts. Amazing. That's why you need the die cuts. As you can see now that I'm showing you what comes in this package. It's a lot. Okay, so I want the second little bird. Okay. And I'm going to line those up best I can on camera. It's not always easy to get everything done. I will be so happy if Stampin' Up! Ever comes up with, actually, you know what, before I even do anything else, I'm just going to take those down. If they would come up with a magnetic platform for this little die cut machine. Oop. I should have done that one at a time. Okay, we'll do that one. And then we'll do this other one. We used to have a magnetic platform for the larger cut and emboss. And I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just not doing well that way. Okay, there we go. So much better. Okay, and then we have two little flowers. You know what? I'm all of a sudden realizing there's not two birds and two flowers in this set. I borrowed somebody's, and I think I did not give them back all of their goodies. I am so sorry. So yeah, before I actually went and broke down and bought the dies, I had borrowed it from somebody, and I'm just now realizing I still have part of hers. So I take that back. There are not two birds. There are not two tiny flowers. Carol, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I will get it back to you shortly. There we go. Okay, now we're set. Okay, put this back in the machine. Put this on the top. And a good thing to know as well when you're using the mini cut and emboss is to like kind of not stack these right on top of each other, but kind of like, what do you call that, like layer them a little bit off each other. Then it goes through the machine a lot easier, and it's not so hard on the machine as well. So there we go. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I realized that, because evidently she has not realized it. And, oh, I so apologize. I'm usually better at that. Okay, we'll stick that there. So we have one bird. And another. Now some of these I have actually die cut ahead of time, but these I did not. I'm not sure why. Well, maybe because they needed to be colored. I'm not sure, but anyway. There we've got the little flowers, the little birds. Put that up there. And next we want to do, I'll put these over here. Next we have these flowers. And, oh my goodness, let's see here. This one. I think that's the right one. Yes. That one and this one. All right. We're going to tape this in place. These dies are quite small, so they're easily moved around. And then this one, again, I think that looks pretty good. Plate 1, 2, and 2. And through the machine. Okay. And then let's repeat that on the other flowers. Put this one over here, line it up on this one. Okay, and then this one, again, same thing. So this tape that I'm using is not by Stampin' Up, but it's really so handy, like for doing this type of thing. I highly recommend some type of tape to hold your die cuts in place, especially when they're tiny like these are. Sometimes with the big ones you can get away with it, but these little tiny ones, they would like to tend to scoot around on you. This tape, which I knew the name of it, but I don't have it handy, is, you can just keep using it over and over. If I was more prepared, I would have had the name for you. I really do apologize. Okay, now I think everything else has already been cut out. Slide that over there and show you what I pre-cut, so you will know. Okay, so there's the big house, Okay, these have not been taken off. That's what clued me into the fact that I had not used that bird stamp or that bird die cut before, because I could tell it had not been taken off of this sheet. You know, Stampin' Up! Puts this tape on there. I don't know where they got it, but goodness, it's strong. Okay, so this one, this is cut from the Country Woods Designer Series paper pack with this particular die. Then I cut the planter box with this die. I cut the roof edges. Now you'll notice here I've cut two. So I've got one that can be any color you want. And then I've got, and I just used white. And then I have the wood grain. Again, these two pieces right here are from the Country Woods, as well as this one. Okay, so these two are cut with this, and then that top one is die cut with this. Okay, oh nope, I got one more. And then this little guy is cut with this one. Okay. Oh, and let's see, was there a, no. Okay, and then I just freehand cut the happy birthday. Okay, does that make all sense? So you can see having the die cuts is a huge benefit to creating with this stamp set. All right, so I'm just going to lay these aside for now. Okay, and you might be asking, why do I have two of these? The reason being, that bottom one was a tip from another demonstrator that I'm very thankful for. It just gives it some dimension if you layer it. And so that's what we're going to do. Put some glue on this bottom one. Oh, come on, glue. All right, see if that works a little better. It only happens, oh, there we go. Oof, got a lot that time. I was going to say, it only happens when you're videoing, right? It always works perfect when you're not. Okay, so I want this side with the wood grain. And again, that'll just add a little bit more dimension. And in the end, we will be happy that we did it that way. I'm losing my sample here. Okay. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to create the birdhouse in its entirety, and then we're going to add it to the card. So I'm going to start with this. Okay, I need to do something about this glue. Why are you not wanting to work for me today? It's a brand new bottle. There we go. I guess it was just resting. All right, I'm going to use this because I think it'll keep me from getting glue all over my fingers, and then I'll have a old sticky mess. All right, so we're going to put that there. And then we're going to add this one. Now this is the one that I've doubled up on. And I'm going to add some glue to the back here. And it's going to go right at the top. Okay. Can you see that all right? Let me zoom back in again. Oh yeah, that's right. I zoomed out because of the cut and emboss machine. Okay, that might be better. You guys can see that better. Okay, now this piece, if you haven't seen the Country Woods Designer Series paper, you should check it out because it's really cool. It has so many fun like designs in it, like they're sort of textures that makes it a lot of fun to play with. Okay, so that piece goes there. Oh, I just realized there's a piece I did not cut out. Oh, that's why. Duh. All of a sudden I was thinking I had done something wrong, but I haven't. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to actually cut out the little birdhouse hole. I'll bring this back in here real quick. This will only take a minute, so I don't even think I'm going to zoom back out again. Whee! Tearing stuff up over here. Okay, so again, one. Let's see, make it put it that way you guys can see it better. 1 and 2, and then the little birdhouse and the hole for where the little bird's gonna stick out. I think I got that high enough. Okay, stick that back down here. Actually, I just cannot do it that way. I can't see good. It's like just not working for me. Let me bring this back down here. So sorry. Okay, I want it right there. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so 1 and 2, the birdhouse with the die cut, and 2. Well, I'm zoomed in so far. I hope this isn't like making you crazy. Okay. All right. Let me move that over here so you can see better. Oh, guess what? My handle's on the other side. Whee! All right, bear with me. Okay, here we go. My tape is in the way. Ah. Okay. You were bearing with me, thank you. Okay, roll that through. Alright, I don't think I'm going to need that again, but I said that before, didn't I? Okay. And then we're going to remove this piece. And now we have the hole in our birdhouse for a bird to pop through, peek through. Okay. So, why is that sticky? Something has made that sticky. Not sure what. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take, I put all my things. Oh, here. All of a sudden I lost all the stuff I just cut out. All right. So we're going to take one of the birds, and we're going to just stick his little head. Oh, I need to be up here. Let me zoom back out again a little bit. Okay. We're going to stick his head out of the little hole right there. And so we're just going to add glue to his tail, front of his tail, right there. And then pop his little head through the hole and glue his tail to the back of the birdhouse. Okay, then we're going to add some of our flowers. So this one, I'm going to use this because it just makes it so much easier actually to place it where I want it and not get my fingers completely filled with sticky glue. Okay. All right, and then that is going to go right here. Oh, I just thought of something. So I put glue. Well, actually I didn't because the tweezers were in the way. But where is that? I had something here earlier that would really come in handy right now, but I do not see what I did with it. Darn. Okay, so actually, let me just get a piece of scrap paper. What I just don't want to have the glue, like where I'm not putting this on the, let's see, I think I want it about right there. So if there were glue, in other words, on the back of this, then it would get on my workspace, which I don't want. Okay, I'm going to take the second one that's just like that one. Again, I'm going to put some glue on the back. Now this one does pretty much go the whole thing on the card, so I won't have to worry as much on that one. Oh, I was off the camera. I always forget to check and see where I am. Please forgive me. So this one I want to like just sort of go right here. Like I think there is good. And then one of these. You know what? I'm going to move this stuff out of the way so it doesn't look so cluttered on the camera. So sorry. And put a little bit of glue on this one. Put that one like right here. Okay, another, oh, interesting. I think that's good with that one. I'll maybe put, actually let me add the other bird first. Okay, that'll give me an idea of where I need, if I need, I should say, another flower. So we're going to go glue here. Doop, 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 doop. I'm not going to do his head because his head like does come off the edge of the birdhouse. I'm just going to put his feet like right on the window ledge, like there. Okay, and then should I put another one right here maybe? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, and then just slide that under there just a tiny bit. I think that'll work. Okay, can you see that so far? Oops, see, something's glued me down to the paper. Oh, it's this little guy. So what I was looking for earlier that I don't have a clue why I don't see it is a, it's like a mat that, I'm trying to think of the name of it, a silicone craft mat. And when you do your projects, oh gosh, this is stuck. When you do your projects on it, this won't happen because glue doesn't stick to it. So it really works nice. And I know it was in here earlier, which is like really confusing me as to where that little thing went. But you know, that's how it is with card making. You have something right in front of you, and then the next time you turn around, it's missing. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, so now I'm going to add my birthday sentiment. Need to cut that down some so it'll fit. This does come out of this stamp set. It's got quite a few sentiments actually. So you have hoping you have the best day ever, happy birthday, and hello friend. It also has I didn't use this and I didn't use that. Actually, or that, or that. So there's a lot here. 13 stamps to be exact. Oh, I need to zoom back out because I'm bad at like forgetting that I'm zoomed in, and then I'm kind of off the camera. I mean, off, yeah, the camera. Let's see. Oh, so sorry for the shaky shake. There we go. Oh, too far. How's that? Okay. So actually, I don't even need this anymore. Okay, so we're going to add the happy birthday. Yeah, I was just all of a sudden umming because I was like, did this go up on dimensionals? But no, it doesn't, because the whole house is actually going to go up on dimensionals. I try to not add a lot of dimension. I should say a lot of extra dimension, just so that it will not end up costing extra postage. You know how that goes these days. It's like, whew, they're so well, I don't know about your post office, but my post office is, if it's at all like a little thick, then they charge me extra, and I'm like, good grief, it's already expensive enough to mail stuff. Like, really, you have to charge me extra? Okay, let's see, where do I want this? Like maybe there, but I don't want it to. Okay, so I'm going to be back on, I'm going to take this back again. Let's see, add that there maybe. And the second one, where should I add that one? There? Or here? Let's do here. Yeah. Alright, so just a little bit of glue, so not all stuck to the paper. And we'll go this way. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, take that away. Okay, what do you think? You like that? Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my background again. Make sure I've got enough blue showing. I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back. So do you guys use dimensionals as much as I do? I mean, my goodness, I should take stock in these things, because I definitely use a lot of them, but I just think that they make the card. I just like the fact that it's not all completely flat. I'll maybe put one more over here. I just think it adds a lot to the card myself. And pull these off real quick. You can let me know in the comments, am I crazy lady for using this many dimensionals? Or do you guys use just as many? I have a feeling I know the answer to that, but I love hearing from my customers, so leave me a comment. Leave me a comment, ask me questions. Okay, I'm thinking right there, looks about middle, looks about straight. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is to add the hanger. And again, I'm definitely going to use this now. Oh, I should have brought my little one in with me. So this can be a little tricky to add the glue, because it's just so skinny. But just know too, you can just, oh, am I on the camera? Good grief, Carolyn. Get her together. You can also just add like a few dots instead of like doing like I'm doing. Ooh, a little much. And maybe over here a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. Now, the top of this, just make sure I've got this right. Yeah. Okay, so the top of this is going to go, you want it to be like here. And then if it goes over the top a little bit, that's okay. If you don't like that, just clip it off. Okay, then I'm going to bring this piece back in. Whoops, there went all my dimensionals, backings flew everywhere. Now, let me think a minute. Yeah. So this is now going flat down on the card because I've already used the dimensionals on the back of the birdhouse. So that's all the dimension that I want. Add this. So this is just a about an eighth of, no, not an eighth. What do I want to say? A very narrow, a very, very narrow border on this piece. Let's see if I can measure it. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. Then this piece is actually folded this way. And add this. To the base. Again, very narrow, not really. Take that back. Not such a narrow border. Okay. And I think we're done. Just add a white piece on the inside of the card so that you can write your message or stamp your message. Oh, one more thing, I almost forgot. Okay, so I pulled out some jewels. I thought I would add to, well, wait a minute there. Don't want all that. So I'm just going to cut these. You might recognize, if you've been stamping up for a while, you'll recognize these. So they used to come in like long little strips like this. And even though I hardly ever used them that way, I would just cut them apart, which I'm still doing. These are so old. But we sell jewels now. They're just not like this. Okay, and then I also added a couple of, let's see what the names of these were. These were some of my favorite embellishments. I'm not sure whether these are still available or not. Festive pearls. Actually, I think they might be still available. Don't quote me on that, but okay, I'm going to use some silver ones on the middle of that one and the middle of that one. Okay. Okay, I think we're done. What do you think? I hope you like it. I'm going to zoom in. Actually, it'll be easier for me to pick the card up. My zoom thing doesn't work real great. But there is your finished project using the Country Birdhouse stamp set and dies. Oh, I hope you liked that. And I hope that you'll come back and visit me again on my YouTube page or my Facebook page, because I'll probably be posting to both. And just want to leave you with a message that says, take time to stamp because it's good for the soul. Until we meet again, bye-bye.